Hello, and welcome to Fireside Chats at the Holmes Theater. I'm Beth Gilbert. By now, everyone's been pretty much affected by the COVID-19 crisis, and as a way to make our community feel a little bit more connected, I decided to reach out to some local leaders and see how they're handling the crisis personally, professionally, and if they have any insights on what they see in the future. And my first guest is Tim Egebrotten, who just concluded his our first live at the Holmes Theater virtual concert. It was awesome.
It was my first too. So my first virtual concert at the Holmes Theater. It was awesome.
I know that you jumped at the chance to do this for us, so thank you very much. But why? Why did it mean so much to you to come and do this virtual concert for us?
Well, to be completely honest, last Monday, when all the news was fresh and things were happening around us, and all of my speaking and music engagements were dried up and gone, I did the poor me party and the pity party for myself. And so for a couple of days I was just sitting there adrift, and then people started reaching out, and like we're supposed to be doing, reaching out and talking to people. I got some calls, and I was on some conference calls, and then Amy called me and asked me, if I would do this concert. And like what happens for so many of us, it's like the clouds started parting and the sun was shining through, and music has always been very important for myself to perform, but more importantly for people when they listen to it. And it's a great avenue to get a message across, and so any opportunity I get to play for people, I jump on it. And the Holmes Theater has been so good to our community and just amazing, and any way that I can do to help to give back is an honor. It's truly an honor. Being on this stage is an honor with all the great talent that we have coming to our community.
Now, I know a lot of people know you as the former police chief and a musician in town, and we also know your wife and Denise and your kids. And how are you as a family handling everything? How's it going?
I would say good. Every day as we wake up and we assess where we're at, and I keep focusing on what we have good and what we do have, and not so much like what's missing in our lives. And I start out each morning that way of thinking, well, the kids are healthy, they're safe right now, they've got what they need. We're doing all this, and I go through a mental list of everything that's positive and good. And as a police officer, I was a copier for almost 25 years and saw a lot of negative things. And there were times in that career that I would focus on that negative, but my parents taught me, and life taught me that there is way more. For everything bad that's happening, for everything negative, there are way more positive, good things out there. And so I look at our three sons. Two of them are in the Twin Cities area, and the other one is in Omaha, and they're doing well, and Denise has a job for now, and so we look at what we have right now, and if things change, then we'll deal with it as it comes. But
and something that I didn't know until today was you also have something really exciting coming up.
Yeah, we're going to be grandparents in May, and what a great time to bring a baby into the world. I honestly feel that, and that all the darkness that's around us and the things that we can focus on. Boy, think about that little baby coming into the world and what a miracle it is. And I saw an ultrasound picture at about 20 weeks, and we don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but it's got the Egebrotten chin. So that's exciting. We got that going for us. And so yeah, everything is we have a lot of questions, but we do have a lot of answers for a lot of things. And we're learning new technology and learning how to reach people through the virtual world. And that's new for the Holmes Theater, and it may become a regular thing. Who knows? So we're all taking each day at a time and tackling it, and trusting the scientists that study this stuff day in and day out. We're trusting our local and our government leaders and our school leaders, and trusting that they're getting all the information and making the right choices.
Right. Is there any great story you've seen, something that maybe happened in the community you've seen that you'd like to share, just to close out with a thought of like something wonderful you saw happen in our community that you'd like to share, or just a piece of advice, you know, to round us out and to keep people positive and focused for the future here.
Yeah, absolutely. My mom and dad, I was very blessed to have two very positive role models in my life growing up, and not everybody has those positive role models. We can still make choices, and one of the things my mom always used to say was, I am, I can, I will. And she would say that when she was diagnosed with cancer, and I mean up to about 2 weeks before she passed away, she would say, I am, I can, I will. So I have a coin in my pocket all the time that says that, I am, I can, I will. And my dad had the same mindset, and when he was really sick, one day my oldest sister and I have 3 older sisters, and the oldest sister and I had to help my dad stand up. And he was at his prime, he was 6'2", about 240, super strong, he was our Superman. And he had a disease, and by that time the disease had taken away his lungs, had taken away his strength, and had taken away, you know, his pride even, having his oldest and his youngest child help him stand up even. And there we were helping him stand up, and he could have been complaining about his aches and pains and all the things wrong. But as we were helping him stand up, he looked out the window and he said, look at that sunrise, it's going to be a beautiful day. And I remember thinking, where the heck does that come from? But it came from practice, from 78 years of honestly making positive thinking a habit. And he did it effortlessly, and my mom was the same way. And so I try every day, and a lot of people say, well, you're just burying your head in the sand, you know, and it's not. You still deal with what needs to be dealt with. You still deal with and tackle the issues that are at hand. But it's not all-consuming, that the negative things that are happening. And it's important that we deal with them, but it's also important that we look out at that window and we see that sunrise and we say, man, what a beautiful day. So even if you're sick and you're feeling like crud, so that's what they taught me, and that's what I'm trying to teach others, you know, to look for that sunrise and look for the positives in every day. And all this goofy stuff that's happening, there are a lot of really positive things happening by a lot of amazing rock star people. And that's one thing that I'm seeing in our community and nationwide and worldwide, people stepping up to the call and really showing what they're made of.
Great, thank you. Yeah. All right, thank you. This has been Fireside Chats at the Holmes Theater. If there's someone in your community, our community, that you'd like to hear from, just give me a shout. It's beth@dlccc.org, and I will try to talk to them, get them here on the show with us. But do look for those sunrises out there and stay positive, and thank you so much for joining us.